Hello and welcome to Hadoop Exam Learning Resources. Today we are going to announce about availability of our new certification preparation material, Google Cloud Professional Architect. We are going to provide around 340 questions and answers for preparing this certification. So before we go into practice material, let me go over the certification in bit detail and then we can come back to the practice material. So this exam is for the Google Cloud Architect. So if anybody who is willing to become a cloud architect, especially nowadays people are multi-cloud architect, so they are going for AWS architecture, Azure architect certification and Google architecture certification. Google is becoming very popular recently because of their availability of the various different cloud services which were previously not available, but now they started giving it. And there are some explicit services which are not even available across other cloud, so that's why Google is becoming more popular for providing Google cloud environment. Now for to complete this certification, you should be able to design, create and manage solutions which are according to what storage solutions you have, how networking you would be going to using it, and then all the services which are very explicit specifically on machine learning and which is very explicit on the Google Cloud. This you should be able to understand how you can use it. And overall, as per the other cloud certification, similarly you should be able to design strong, secure, scalable, highly available and dynamic cloud solutions. The cloud architect has to be an expert in many factors, like based on your business requirement, you should be able to strategize your cloud solutions which satisfy your business requirement at the cost effective manner. So every question in the exam, if you see, you have to always think with the cost effective manner, because the answers may be possible, like correct more than one, but you need to choose between them which one is more cost effective. So that is very critical, you need to understand this. Then you also have a good software development experience as well, while if you go for the certification, so it is assumed you have a good understanding of software development life cycles and how do you design a distributed systems and multi-tiered system. And specifically there Google has a very focused on the GKE, the Google Kubernetes solutions, which is very critical. You must understand that solutions for going for this exam. So let's go further on the next topic. So what all would be assessed, like few of the points I have already taken care, but let's revisit this. So create a blueprint for the architecture of the cloud solution. So you would be given a problem statement, you would be able to design a blueprint how you would use various solutions from the Google Cloud. Like example I mentioned, like Google Kubernetes, Google pops up, Google Data Store, BigQuery. So these are very explicit solution with the Google Cloud, and that you should be able to design it. But once you have a good knowledge of this, then it would be very good and very right time to enter in the Google Cloud Architect, because there is a lack of resources on cloud of Google, because Amazon already people are certified and people are available. But if you are willing to work on the Google site, which is like, and your job safety is more there basically, correct, because less resources are available right now. So that way you can go for the Google Cloud, created with safety and regulations in mind. Regulations is creating a lot of business nowadays, because based on the regulation, business has to design this system accordingly. So you must understand like PCCI DSS algorithm, sorry, regulations, HIPAA, HIPAA if you are working on healthcare domain, and GDPR if you are working on the especially on European region. Then this is all. And even if you go for the another countries like United States, India, Singapore, Australia, all are coming up with their own regulations, and which is increasing the like demand of the software architect, because you need to understand those regulations as well to design the solution. So there will always be a good amount of jobs in the market, because business cannot avoid the regulation requirement. So certainly there has to be people on the job to solve this problem. Processes, both technical and commercial solutions, need to be analyzed, how you can improve it, how you can save the cost. Cloud economics is very important. You understand where is the prices is high, where is the prices is low. This kind of thing you must understand. You would be designing your own system using the cloud, various end-to-end solutions you can provide, you should be able to provide it. and how do you monitor your system, how do you get the alerts. These are all things and all concepts you must know while designing your uh, cloud solutions on Google. Now moving to next regarding the exam, this exam is for 2 hours and there are 50 to 60 multiple choice questions and answers. So the answers can be more than one is possible, that is called multi-response questions, and there are multiple choice question where the response is single. So you would see out of 60 almost 45 to 50 question would be single response only, and rest 10 question would be based on the multi-response questions. So there are less number of multi-response questions. And now case study, this is very important aspect here. You need to understand Google is already providing and publicly available case study which you need to understand in advance, because if you go to Google certification page they would show you the 4 or 5 case studies which you need to understand in detail before the exam, because while exam if you're trying to understand those case study then it would be very difficult for you. So every test consists of 2 different case studies, correct? So Google is publicly having 4 or 5 case studies available for the certification, but in a particular exam you would be given only 2 case study, and you would be able to uh, you would be given questions based on those case study which you can do during the read as during the exam as well as after before the exam. So case study depict hypothetical companies and the corresponding solutions approaches. You should be able to apply your knowledge to real world business scenario which will be evaluated using this case study. And if you see here, like there are 20 to 30% questions are based on this case study, and that is very critical you understand. During the test you would be given a split screen so that you can read your case studies as well, but we highly recommend you memorize and understand the case studies in advance, so it would save lot of time during your exam. There is a possibility that some of the questions on the test or the cloud architect certification may directly based on the case study in which you are asked to explain made up company and its proposed solutions, the same thing which we have discussed before. So you should be able to answer question based on case studies. The purpose of this case studies, why they are asking you based on the questions, it is very good if you go through this case studies you understand the concept, because this is your real world problems they are trying to ask you. So if you are able to understand and solve the problem around those case studies, it means you are able to design system at a good extent using the Google Cloud component or services, whatever they are providing. So go through all these case studies before the exam. That is very critical. Now moving to next, check the syllabus for the certification. I'll go through at the end of this. So wait. This is a quite long, so we'll not go through in detail about this syllabus, which you can read from the our website. Now, what we are providing here. So Hadoop exam is providing around 335 questions as of now for practicing this exam. So all questions are like many questions are based on the case studies, as well as there are similar questions which would be you would be seeing in the real exam as well. So these questions you must be practicing before the exam. The price is very low for now. We have kept it quite low, so you can anybody who is preparing for the certification must go through this question and answers before going through the real exam, because this would boost your confidence. Not only that, you would have additional practice done on this question and which would clarify your concept. So once you do this 340 questions, your confidence would be high, and you would be able to clear your certification exam in first attempt itself. So it is highly recommended you go through this question and answers. These are very cost effective and save a lot of time for you, and you can avoid like reappearing the same exam if you don't clear. So this practice material will help you. Come site how you can access this paper. So wait for few seconds until the menu is getting loaded. So now menu is getting loaded. So Google is right now redirect you to the quicktechie.com. So you can see here like you are on quicktechie.com, and this is the Google certification where all the Google related certification would be listed here. So this is the first certification which is available from the hadoopexam.com for Google Cloud, and that is the most popular certification from the Google Cloud, that is professional architect certificate. Once you click on this, then it would give you the detail about this, how to access, how to buy it. So if you see like the price is very low here as of now, $29 only. And if you have annual subscription, which you can get it from here, if you get the annual subscription which is $119 for now, then you don't have to buy this certification explicitly, and that would be accessible to you uh, accordingly. Similarly, if you are Indian customers, then you can use this PayU money button, because PayPal would not work for you, so you have to use PayU money button, that is this one, and you can make the payment in INR as well. But if you are international student, then please don't use Indian, because it won't work for you. You have to go through with the PayPal only. So this is more detail about the certification exam, which you can go through this course content. Once you click on the course content, then all the 7 paper, 1 practice paper and 6 are the actual practice paper, and 1 is a sample paper. Once you click on the sample paper or any link, it would launch this page, and you can click on this. So wait for this sample, you click it, so it would launch the sample question paper here. So I'll not go through this question and answers right now, but you once you go through this, these are all FAQs also we have given on this. So before you go for this question paper, you should go through this question, this FAQ as well. So once you click on this continue, then new questions would be you can see all the 40 question here. Similarly, if you click on next, now the here you would see like wait for a few minutes and a few seconds, sorry, and this launch practice paper. If you have permissions, then the question paper would be launched here. If you don't have permission, then it would say permission denied. And if you have already subscribed and if you see permission denied, then make sure that this user here at the right top corner here is the valid user. Whatever email ID you are using, it's the same here on which you have been given a permission. Because our systems are open, we are not explicitly creating any login logout what I would say, your information we are not storing anywhere. We are using directly from the Google platform, which is highly secure, and we use Google group mechanism to give you the permission on the various material hosted on our website, so that we don't store any of your PI information. Just we will give you the permissions to access the material once you subscribe it. So that is what these are openly available. Even if you are guest and if you are not logged in on site, this you can click it. But once if you have permission, then only you can see those question and answers. Correct. So these are all my question and answers, like 6 papers, which you can go over this one by one. Now once that is done, now let's go to this um, I would say here in the FAQ. Again we can see here, so entire syllabus which I told you, like I'll go through later. So this is what it is. Like you can go through the syllabus. I cannot go through right now, at least we may prepare another session for to deep dive on this material syllabus part, because it's a quite a huge, and it requires at least an hour of recording to go over this of all the subject of this uh, syllabus part basically. So that's all I would say. Like you can go through this. I would highly recommend you can get a subscription of annual subscription, then any product which is on the Hadoop exam as well as on Quick Techie, which you can access it for a year basically. Correct. So that is you should try it. So if you want to go through various certifications, so that is what you can use this menu bar as well. That's all I have. Thanks for watching this video. I hope this would be helpful for you. Thank you. I'm stopping now.